morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading for Monday. We've got a long weekend in Australia, so it's actually a public holiday today. And because I'm so out of whack, I'd forgotten it was a public holiday. So anyway, but I thought I'd still do the What's Cracking anyway. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, gifting or donating to the channel, everything is in the box below. If you're interested in a coaching program or you feel you need a bit of a kickstart, then you can contact me by email and we can talk it through, see whether it's appropriate for you or not. I do now go live on YouTube Wednesdays, Instagram Fridays, and once a month on Facebook. And which is this Sunday, the 11th of, I'm going to say February then because it's got Facebook there, the 11th of October. So if you're interested in doing that, whip over to the Aussie Goddess Facebook page and just like my page. And at the top of the page there is pinned all my dates, where I'll be and what I'm at in terms of the work. All right, I'm going to use the Jour de Vivre Tarot for your reading today. It's my new favourite deck. All right. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands coming out. The Seven of Wands is a card that talks about standing your ground, defending your position. It can be, standing up against others. It can be standing up for what you believe in. Sometimes it's fighting against something unnecessary. So sometimes, or unnecessarily, sometimes you may be in a fight or a position where you're fighting against something and not letting it go. And I often see it when people are really fighting against the universe. So the universe is trying to tell them something and they're constantly fighting about what they're being told. Whatever this is for you, let's just have a look at the next card. Okay, we have a star card here. All right, so there's a very strong energy here that some of you may be fighting something that you're destined to do. So it could be that you're destined to do a particular job or learn a particular thing. But when you're fighting against it, you may be fighting against it because you don't think you're worthy of it, or you could be fighting against it because it's too difficult to do the study or, to do the work that's involved to get there. But there's a very strong feeling here that you're fighting your own destiny and you need to let up. You need to let up. The universe is saying you need to let it go. All right, so we have the Five of Cups coming through. So when you're fighting against what's destined for you, or you're fighting against what the universe has on your path, it's like anything else in life. If you're trying to fight for something or fight against something that's right for you, then other things seem to not go the way you want them to. So for example, it might be that the universe is trying to get you to follow a path of say in the medical field, but you're fighting against it. You're finding all the reasons not to change your career. You're worried about the money. You're worried about the direction, all of those things. So you fight against what's destined for you, even though in your heart and your soul, you know that that's the direction you want to go in. The Five of Cups sort of talks about sadness and unhappiness. And sometimes when we fight against what we really want to do within our hearts, we create this energy of sadness within us because we're not following what we're destined to do. So there's sort of this feeling of always looking back and thinking, if only I'd started it 5 years ago, if only I'd done this 10 years ago, if only I'd made up my mind to do it and gone on that path. And when we're filled with regrets and remorse, and this is the card of regret and remorse. We do have the Justice card coming out here. So the Justice card is saying that something is not right here. This is karma. This is, if you want this, say for example, you're not doing what you want because you're trying to support other people, or you're not doing what you want to do in your own heart because you're scared that if you don't work, you may not have enough money to get by, and not trusting the universe to lead you in the right direction. And when you're fighting against this energy, what you're in fact doing is creating your own karma, because you're not following what feels good to you. You're not doing what's right for you. And so the Justice card is here to say something has been put right here. We do have the Queen of Swords behind that and the Empress. So this is about really standing in your own space. It's about really understanding how to follow your soul, how to do what's right for you at a really deep level. It's like living your life for others or not living your life in a way that's fair or just for you. All right, let's keep going with this. All right, so I have the Seven of Cups coming through. Here we go with this illusion thing. It's really, obviously I'm a person who's constantly working on my own limitations, I guess. I think that most of us realise that some of our life probably hasn't been lived in a full way, in a way that was good for us. Many of us have been bound or sort of locked away in this idea of how your world should be, how your life should be. So we become very entrapped in this illusion. And for some people, the illusion's just about, you know, maybe being told when you were young you couldn't achieve something. You may have been very neglected, you may have been very abused, but what happens is you grow up with this sense of self that isn't true to who you are. So you might be, you know, bound to some sort of illusion that you can't have what you want, or you can't do what you want, or you can't go where you want. But the Seven of Cups is a card of a dreamlike state. I think you're going to be bounced out of this by the universe, I would say. Okie dokie. All right, so we have the King of Cups here. So the King of Cups represents Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And we have the Nine of Cups here, which is a wish card. Something is an illusion here. Three of Cups. Something here is an illusion. And you're breaking free from an illusion. And I feel like for some of you here, this is about love. How you perceive love, how you see love. There's some sort of wish here, something you're wishing for. Could be in regard to a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but some illusion is keeping it blocked here. The Three of Cups can very often represent three parties or three people in a relationship. So there's some sort of illusion here that's stopping you moving forward and you're fighting against it. So maybe you're not seeing the truth here. Let's just put some more cards on it. Okay, so we have the Lovers card coming through. Three of Swords, wow, okay. Definitely looks like, and then we have the Hermit card. You could be dealing with somebody here who is emotionally not available. This person is very, very pained from their past. They may be quite either going inside, introverted, depressed even here. If this is you, it could be that you're very disappointed in something here. Something perhaps that you fought for, that you feel you didn't achieve. The Lovers card shows a choice between two people that somebody wasn't able to make here because they are trapped in some sort of illusion here, some sort of illusion about how the world is for them. Now, if this is you and you are the person I'm talking to here, there may be a feeling that you need to understand your own limitations, childhood, going back to have a look at your own childhood. There seems to be great disappointment here in not getting some sort of wish or some sort of answers to something that you wanted here. And I feel like this is creating heartbreak for you here. All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune coming through. See, the universe is stepping in here. All right, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Some sort of choice needs to be made that's creating a burden for someone. Some sort of choice needs to be made that's creating some sort of burden. I feel like for some of you here, it's about letting go of this illusion, perhaps an illusion around this person, or an illusion around how you view love or how you perceive love. Because there's some growth here you need to do to sort of free yourself here from something that's kept you bound and tied. But the universe is doing something here to free you up. Maybe showing you into or out of this illusion, this being able to see beyond the illusion is what they're saying. But there seems to be here a need to go inside and really look at what is it that you want? What is it that your soul wants? What do you really need to have in your life? Because maybe you're chasing an illusion or chasing a dream that no longer serves you. And I feel like here with the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune, the universe is sort of giving you an opportunity here to move on and let go of this pain that's been holding you back. There's a choice. There's choices here. So it's like you've bound yourself to a choice through an illusion that perhaps doesn't serve you. Let me just have a look. I do have the Ten of Wands here. So it is about putting down a burden and finishing a cycle. Okay, so I have you with the Seven of Wands. I feel like you've been standing your ground on something here. Something that appears to be part of your destiny, but it may be the lesson here that is the part of your destiny. The Five of Cups talks about regret and remorse. So maybe there's something here that needs to be cleared with the Justice card in order to move forward here. Because you're stepping into your Empress energy. So it's like taking charge of something that's kept you bound. Actually, I'm really surprised we don't have the Devil card here. It's got a real Devil card, codependent, narcissistic energy to it. So maybe you are somewhat bound to someone who is narcissistic or emotionally unavailable. Whatever this is, it's very difficult to move on because I really feel that you have a very strong, you may have a love addiction or a sex addiction here as well. But a very strong feeling that you need to move on from this and really see through this illusion that's kept you back. It's almost like it's put your life on hold here. Some of these things come from shame and guilt from childhood, being taught shame and guilt, inheriting a parent's shame and guilt. And having a belief about yourself, perhaps that you don't deserve something, so you fight for things, trying to prove to yourself that you deserve something. But a choice is being made here. The universe is giving you an opportunity to see into something here. We have the Temperance card, followed by the Death card. Yeah, there we go. And the Emperor. Whoa! Considering we had the Empress before, this is really interesting. All right, so I have the Temperance card, the Death card, and the Empress card all here, all major arcana here. This is a big event for you, a very big event, or an event for someone you're dealing with. This is about achieving a sense of balance and being able to change and move into your own power, letting go of this illusion here that's kept you trapped. Something's kept you trapped in this for a very long time. And as I said, for some of you, this can be about codependent behavior, control, not being emotionally available. So actually being closed down. This is here to open you up because you're coming up as the King of Cups here. So there's some sort of emotion that you are holding back from. And I feel like it's got some sort of energy of childhood, of not really understanding love or how to love. This is being put down. This cycle is closing out here. It may be heartbreaking, but there's something here you need to step away from because you're not looking at things in a way that's healthy for you. So this change is about getting the balance back by embracing that part of you that you have left behind, or that you're not embracing here. It's like you've got something hidden away from the world because you're coming up as the Emperor after some sort of change and balance. So it's like you're being given insight into the way you form love, or you see love or relationships. Something big is happening here though. Huge. All right, I'm going to read you an oracle card from the Starseed Oracle, and that's the one that wants to come out. Oh my goodness. Karmic relationships. Okie dokie then. That's why that one wanted to come out. Whew. Okay. This is Orion energy, polarity, soul growth and conflict. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who are part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our hearts and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode, instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop into your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Well, didn't that just sit beautifully with that reading? Have a fantastic day. Thank you.